To start from where we have left in the last lecture, what we have done, we have the characteristics of chemical reactions, where we have studied that how evolution of gas, change in color, formation of precipitate, and change of state and change in energy can be seen while a chemical reaction. Now here in this second part, we will be doing the conditions which are necessary for chemical reactions. So the first condition which is necessary for chemical reaction is close contact. That means both the things, that is the reactant and product, should be brought together. Then only the reaction will happen. Now look at this reaction. Here, as you all know, that sodium is a very reactive metal, and in the laboratory we keep it inside the kerosene, under the kerosene. This is sodium metal and this liquid is kerosene. No reaction takes place because sodium is not in contact with water. But suppose I want to make this reaction, I want to complete this reaction, then I have to put water and sodium in close contact, and here you can see we have put water and then we have put sodium piece on that water. Explosive reaction takes place when sodium and water come in contact, because sodium is highly reactive metal and it reacts vigorously, explosively with water. So, and what is formed after this? When sodium reacts with cold water, even in cold water also it will react. You can imagine the intensity of the reaction. So, sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be liberated. So, these are the two products which are formed by this reaction. Now, sometimes what happens, that chemical reactions occurs only when substances are mixed in solution form. Okay, otherwise they will not react. So, look at the example. Sodium chloride in aqueous solution, that is in water, and with silver nitrate in aqueous solution will give a white precipitate of silver chloride, and sodium nitrate solution will be formed after this reaction. So, close contact in physical state or reactant through solution. So, यहाँ पे भी close contact is happening but in the solution form. Now, some reaction will happen with heat energy. So, that means unless and until you heat them, this will not happen. So, this is the second category. First category was close contact. Second category is heat energy. So, let us see the example of these kind of reaction. First is lead nitrate when heated. Okay, delta is also the sign of heat. So, lead nitrate when heated, this is a very important reaction, as I already told you in previous lectures also. Please try to write all the reactions in a copy. Make a reaction copy for yourself. Keep it under your pillow or your bed, and in the night at least go through it once so that you remember all the reactions. Make it a habit. So, the reactions learning will happen and you will be learning all the reactions. Balanced reaction you have to learn. So, now what is happening here? Lead monoxide, that is PbO, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas is produced when lead nitrate is heated. Another example is that iron powder, iron and sulfur, if they are mixed like that, that is they are brought in contact with each other. You can see here black pieces are iron and yellow pieces are sulfur. If you keep it like this, nothing will happen, no reaction will happen. But when you heat it, so this reaction will only happen when heated, then new compound ferrous sulfide will be formed, that is iron sulfide will be formed, because after heat chemical reaction has happened. So, this is the example of chemical reaction by providing heat energy. You have to remember all the reactions under category. In exam it might be asked, write an example of a reaction where heat energy plays a role. Next is light energy. This is a third category. First was close contact, heat energy, now light energy. Now you have to remember this, that light energy is needed for the reactions, and those reactions are called as photochemical. Remember, okay, photochemical reactions. Why photochemical? Because photo means light. So, the reactions which happen in the presence of light are photochemical reactions. Look at the example. This is a very common example you are studying since class 6. Photosynthesis. This is photosynthesis in which food is prepared by green plants or green leaves in the presence of sunlight. So, this is the reaction which you have to learn. So, you must remember that what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a photochemical reaction in which glucose and oxygen are produced, glucose and oxygen are produced when carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll react. In the exam, it might be asked, write example of photochemical reaction. Then don't get confused. Photochemical reaction means happening in the presence of light. Now this is the another condition, that is electricity. Light वाले reaction को photochemical कहते हैं, electricity वाले reaction को electrochemical reaction. Okay, so what is this? This is electrochemical reaction. So some reactions only occur when electricity is passed through the reactants, and these type of reactions are known as electrochemical reactions. This is the example. When you want to separate hydrogen gas and oxygen gas from water, you have to pass electric current, and then only hydrogen gas and oxygen gas you can get. And one thing you have to remember, that pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. Okay, distilled water, which is purest water, is a bad conductor. So we add some amount of acid or alkali or salt to make it conduct electricity, and that is why sometimes this water is known as acidulated water. Remember, acidulated water. Acidulated means added some acid to this. So this reaction happens in the presence of electricity. Okay, now the next is pressure. Some reaction happen only when provided with a certain amount of pressure or subjected to high pressure. So let's see this example. Nitrogen and hydrogen, when subjected to 200 atmospheric of pressure, then ammonia gas is liberated. And this reaction happens in the presence of iron as catalyst. This which we will under the example of catalyst. So right now here only you have to learn this pressure thing. So this reaction happens when 200 atmospheres of pressure is put and then ammonia gas is formed. Now another condition which is necessary for chemical reaction is the presence of catalyst. So you all know the definition of catalyst. So let's revise this. What is a catalyst? It is the substance which either increases or decreases the rate of chemical reaction. तो पहला तो पॉइंट ये होगा कि इंक्रीज करेगा या डिक्रीज करेगा केमिकल रिएक्शन को, यानी स्पीड अप करेगा या स्लो डाउन करेगा. बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट यहाँ पे जो कीवर्ड है आपका आंसर में आना ही चाहिए, वो है आपका विदाउट अंडरगोइंग एनी केमिकल चेंज ड्यूरिंग द रिएक्शन. उस रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करता. तो हमेशा याद रखिए, कैटलिस्ट लिखने के दो तरीके हैं. या तो आप एरो जो है उसके ऊपर कैटलिस्ट लिख दीजिए, उसके ऊपर जो लिखेंगे आप वो कैटलिस्ट है, या आप रिएक्टेंट साइड में भी लिख दीजिए उसको और एज इट इज उठा के उसको प्रोडक्ट साइड में लिख दीजिए. तो अगर आपको ऐसा कुछ दिख रहा है तो दैट मीन्स दिस इज कैटलिस्ट विच इज ऑन बोथ द साइड्स, दैट इज ऑन द रिएक्टेंट साइड एंड ऑन द प्रोडक्ट साइड सिमिलर. ये नहीं कि यहाँ पे Fe है, यहाँ FeSO4 है तो आपने बोला अरे ये FeSO4. नो, Fe is here and Fe only is here, then it is catalyst. So there are two ways of writing, above the arrow and on the LHS or RHS. So definition of catalyst is important, you have to learn it. So some reactions only I will not say it will only happen, but some reactions need a catalyst so that you can change the rate of the reaction, because some reactions are very slow, so you need to speed up. Some reactions are very fast, so you need to slow down so that it is convenient for that reaction to take place. So let's look at the examples. Okay, now this is new word, positive catalyst. So you'll say, what is positive catalyst? So we have used two terms with catalyst, either speed up or slow down, right? Some speed up the reaction, some slow down the reaction. So the substances which increases the rate of reaction are known as positive catalyst. And इसका उल्टा समझ में आ जाएगा आपको, जो डिक्रीज करेगा रेट ऑफ केमिकल रिएक्शन वो नेगेटिव कैटलिस्ट होगा. तो लेट्स सी द एग्जांपल ऑफ पॉजिटिव कैटलिस्ट. Potassium chlorate, when heated in the presence of manganese dioxide, which acts as a positive catalyst, and temperature is 300 degrees Celsius, then potassium chloride and oxygen gas are formed. Now you will say that what has happened, why we have added this manganese dioxide, and the reason is actually this reaction happens at 700 degrees Celsius. At 700 degrees Celsius, potassium chlorate will decompose. Now what is word decompose? Decompose means breaking down. This is one compound breaking down into two. All this we will study further. So decomposes to give oxygen. But When we add manganese dioxide as a catalyst, this reaction happens at 300 degrees Celsius only. So we have kind of speed up the reaction so that it is happening at a lower temperature rather than going till 700 degrees Celsius. We are completing this reaction at 300 degrees Celsius only with the help of manganese dioxide, and this remains unaffected, comes out as it is. तो इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं MnO2 plus this plus MnO2. ठीक है, तो ये भी तरीका है लिखने का. Now see this again, this example has come where I was telling you in the last slide that this reaction is very important and we'll study it in the under catalyst. Now this reaction where ammonia is produced, this is the laboratory preparation of ammonia and this is known as Haber's process. Very important, Haber's process. Now this Haber's process actually is the example of so many things. If you learn even this the reaction, under so many things you can write this reaction. For example, first of all, this is example of a catalyst where catalyst is used. Second is pressure. You can use it under pressure. Under heating, you can use this reaction as heat reactions. Then this is reversible, sign of reversible. This is a reversible reaction. पहले इधर को चलेगा, फिर इधर को चलेगा. अगर पहले ये बन जाएगा ना, after that this can be turned back into nitrogen and hydrogen also. So reversible reaction है. तो और साथ में एक और exothermic reaction है, lot of heat is produced. Exothermic में भी आ गया. Then promoter is used here. Now what is a promoter? The promoter actually improves the efficiency of catalyst. Okay, so what is a promoter? It improves catalyst. Improves catalyst. तो इस वाले reaction में promoter use हुआ है molybdenum, that is MO, and this molybdenum acts as a promoter to increase the efficiency of the catalyst, which is iron here, so that ammonia gas is formed from hydrogen and nitrogen. Promoters cannot work without catalyst. Always remember, ये जो promoter है ये तभी काम करेगा जब ये catalyst भी होगा उसमें, क्योंकि promoter का काम है catalyst को monitor करना, maintain करना. So catalyst, positive catalyst also, promoter also, then exothermic also, pressure also. So this is very important reaction which you can learn. So these were the two examples of positive catalyst. One was potassium chlorate one and another one is this one. And you have to, when in exam this question comes, do not forget to mention the name of the catalyst, otherwise marks will be deducted. Next is negative catalyst definition. I've already told you, decreases the rate of reaction. Example, reaction wise it is not given in your syllabus, so you just learn this word equation that phosphoric acid acts as a negative catalyst to decrease the rate of decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so you have to just learn this reaction. There are two things, phosphoric acid as negative catalyst and alcohol as a negative catalyst in certain chemical reactions. So only this thing you have to learn. Some examples are inside our body of catalyst, that is inside our body the chemical reactions which take place are known as biochemical reactions. So in our body the catalysts which are present are known as enzymes. So enzymes are nothing but the catalyst present in the body. And what are the functions of these enzymes? For example, whatever food you are eating, it might take 50 years to get digested, okay, but it is digested in just 2-3 hours because of the presence of these enzymes, because they accelerate or speed up the reaction, that is digestion here. Now you have to see the definition. What are enzymes? So what are enzymes? Enzymes are actually proteins and they act as a catalyst in biochemical reactions, and they are made up of complex organic compounds. Let's see some example of enzymes that is catalyst in our body. First is amylase. Amylase is present in saliva, and what is the function of amylase? It breaks carbohydrates and starch into simple sugar. And why it is broken down? Because we cannot absorb them in this form, so our body can absorb them in simple sugar form. So amylase breaks these big organic compounds like carbohydrates and starch into simple sugars. Then pepsin. Pepsin in stomach breaks protein into amino acid. And what are amino acids? They are the building blocks of protein. So amino acids actually make up protein. Then amylase, trypsin and lipase, they are present in small intestine and they break starch, fats and proteins into simpler substances, glucose, fatty acids and glycerols. Then enzymes present in some living cells of yeast. they help in the conversion of this kind of sugar, that is maltose, into glucose. So maltose plus water in the presence of maltase, which is enzyme, turns it into glucose. Then enzyme zymase, which is present in yeast cell, helps in fermentation of glucose into alcohol. So fermentation में help करते हैं these enzymes. Okay, so ये हमारे, this is alcohol formed from glucose and carbon dioxide gas is liberated.